This episode is sponsored by Gamergy, the gaming energy drink made by gamers for gamers. Check it out in 4 great flavors: Purple Nurple, Red Alert, Binary Blue, and Epic Green.
Hey, what is going on, my brotherhood? Welcome to a brand new series that I'd like to call The Vault. Discussion of all things comics and comic book related media. My name is Caleb. You can call me LordMoch, and today we are going to be talking about Power Rangers in comics. So we're going to be talking about the 2 series that are out currently right now, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Go-Go Power Rangers. Now, first, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is written by Kyle Higgins and is the current main series from Boom Comics. The story starts with events occurring after Tommy has decided to join the Rangers as a new team member. If you guys don't know anything about this stuff, don't worry, we'll go into a little bit more detail here soon. Its sister series, Go-Go Power Rangers, starts off with the Rangers first receiving their powers and fighting back against the forces of evil. It is written by Ryan Parrott. The series explores the Rangers dealing with their newly found abilities while juggling a regular teenage life. Now, heroes are only as good as the villains who challenge them, and none are as fearsome or as wicked as the Wicked Witch of the Cosmos herself, Rita. Rita is supported by her General Goldar. She employs the use of Finster and his artistic clay-forged monsters, which she gives life, to conquer any planet she so wishes. Her loyal minions, Squat and Babu, are always around to cause a little mischief and maybe a headache or two. Zordon, the great sage sent to watch over the Earth and protect all its denizens from the evil Rita Repulsa, acts as the watchful guardian of Earth. With the threat of Rita on the horizon, Zordon has chosen 5 teenagers with attitude to become the Power Rangers. With their connection to the Morphin Grid, these 5 teenagers morph, shouting the names of the animals chosen to represent their powers: Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-Tooth Tiger, Tyrannosaurus. With these powers, they become the Power Rangers. To combat the kaiju-sized evil monsters that Rita has sent to destroy the Earth, the Rangers pilot Zords in the form of creatures that represent their connection to the Morphin Grid. Jason, being bold and powerful, commands the Tyrannosaurus Zord. Zack, being clever and brave, commands the Mastodon Zord. Kimberly, graceful and smart, commands the Pterodactyl Zord. Billy, patient and wise, commands the powerful Triceratops Zord. And Trini, fearless and agile, commands the Saber-Tooth Tiger Zord. As the Rangers work together morph, so do the Zords, and together they form the mighty Megazord to combat giant-sized problems. The signifying event of Rita's return to galactic conquest and Zordon's choice of 5 teams with attitude defending the world against her conquest would be immortalized by being referred to as Arrival Day. But just who are these 5 teenagers? First up, we have Jason Lee Scott, who is always so serious and attempting to control everything was from his own ability to not control himself as a younger man. He bullied people and even snapped a bow that was made by a fellow camper at summer camp just to show off. This lack of control has led him to live a very serious life and to always be in control of his actions and his choices. Jason is 15 years old and likes Eye of the Tiger, brunettes, and everything karate. He dislikes bullies, beats, and being told to calm down. His personal quote is, "Man is not made for defeat. A man can be destroyed but not defeated," said by the always inspirational Ernest Hemingway. Zack Taylor loves to be the center of attention. He really wants to be everyone's best friends. Failing anyone, though, strikes at his core and devastates him. Zack is also 15 and likes electric dance music. I'm going to play some real quick for you guys right now. Let me know what you guys think. Boom! Boom! There we go! There we go! There we go! Now, whether or not that's actually electric dance music is out for debate, because I'm not sure, but you know, whatever. He is also a big fan of Ah Weiwei. I have found... I didn't really do any research on this person, but let me know if you know in the comment section below. And molten metal melting videos, so yeah, Zach's got some weird likes. He dislikes avocados, curfews, and uncomfortable silences. His personal quote, "Believe you can and you're halfway there," by Theodore Roosevelt. Billy Cranston is very insecure with himself and finds that no matter how much he brings to the table intellectually, he'll never amount to what a good ranger is supposed to be when comparing himself to others. Billy is the youngest member of the Ranger Squad at 14. He likes computers, French press coffee, and a perfect GPA. He very much, though, dislikes dancing, fish, and the beach. His personal quote, "The enemy's gate is..." And for some reason it actually stops there. I did look up some obscure references to this, but I didn't want to give just an opinion on this, so apparently his quote is, "The enemy's gate is," and it wasn't said by anyone in particular. Trini Kwan is always attempting to please her family while trying to live a normal teenager's life. Her overprotective mother has somewhat eclipsed her ability, though, to live like a normal teenager when it comes to making decisions. Instead of thinking for herself, her mother's voice always rings in her head. This has led to a lack of communication between the two. She's said she's helplessly in love with Jason. I messed up there, but this has led to a lack of communication between the two and has led to Trini distancing herself from her mother. She's helplessly in love with Jason, but too insecure about telling him her true feelings. He can't accept the possible rejection. Trini is 15 and likes toasted marshmallows, mason jars, and lists. She dislikes heights, Velcro, and the Oxford comma. Her personal quote is, "Friendship is born at the moment when one person says to another, 'What? You too? I thought I was the only one,'" by C.S. Lewis. Kimberly Hart is constantly struggling to balance her home life, her parents separating, being new to Angel Grove, and a new relationship with boyfriend Matthew Cook, and on top of it all, being chosen to be a Power Ranger. Kimberly is 15 and likes green olives, balance beams, and headphones. She dislikes escalators, tongue depressors, and lilies. Her personal quote is, "Please don't write something silly for your personal quote," famously immortalized by her own mother. Now, Matt Cook, who is the gentleman in the bomber jacket there, is your all-around American boy experiencing everything life has to throw at him. He is Kimberly's boyfriend at the time that this comic was introduced in Go-Go Power Rangers, and is 16, likes football, pistachios, and bubble wrap, and dislikes drinking orange juice after milk, clowns, and the color turquoise. His personal quote is, "My life feels like a test I didn't study for," by Anonymous. Now, all of these characters come together to form a very great narrative in these amazing comic books that I truly do enjoy. And of course, there's not only the addition of Matt as a new character, but the addition of old characters like Bulk and Skull. The dastardly duo of mischievous misfits, known only as Bulk and Skull, have immortalized themselves in Ranger history, and to see them in comics has been a treat I have loved and enjoyed. Although they pretend to be nothing but Neanderthal bullies, these lovable lugs will always do the right thing, maybe even for the right reason. Now, it wouldn't be a Power Rangers comic book without the addition of that infamous Sixth Ranger, Tommy Oliver. The lean green fighting machine that is Tommy Oliver joins the Rangers after being chosen by Rita herself to fight against them as the Green Ranger. After the Rangers break Rita's hold on him, Tommy willingly joins their crusade to end Rita's attack on Earth. Now, we've already talked about some of the issues that a lot of these Rangers deal with, which is a lot more real than the old TV show dealt with. The old TV show mainly dealt with things like, I didn't make this doll right or something, and now my life's gonna end. We're talking about real world scenarios where, you know, people's parents are splitting up, people feel insecure about what they can do and what they have to offer, and someone who has a total lack of control in his world, that he seizes everything he can control and does anything he can to keep that control. Well, not only do we get to talk about some of the personal state of affairs of these characters, we're going to discuss the current state of affairs in Angel Grove. A large problem all the Rangers are dealing with is the continued destruction of Angel Grove because of their efforts to stop Rita. From this stems a plethora of arguments over whether the Rangers are a nuisance or a benefit to the community from the people of Angel Grove. Students are not showing up for school. There's a large amount of things happening that makes people wonder whether Angel Grove is even safe to live in, and it's causing people to leave and possibly, run away from the horror that has become Angel Grove. Now, there are a couple of cool things that they've added into the comics which I really have appreciated, like Ranger Station with Bulk and Skull. This absolutely makes a whole lot of sense, and I love it so much because we're modernizing this concept of the Power Rangers, and Bulk and Skull in the original TV series was always out to try to find out who the Power Rangers are. Well, instead of really trying to find out who they are, they're capitalizing on this and on their introduction to the world by starting their own YouTube channel and discussing the Power Rangers and their efforts to stop Rita on a day-to-day basis. Now, I really did enjoy this segment. I really thought it captured a modern attempt to, bring the story of the Power Rangers to comics, and it also gives us other characters to focus on besides just the Rangers, which I really have enjoyed. Well, we've already talked about all the classic characters that you'll find in all of Power Rangers, but of course you can't have all this without the addition of new characters, or the story would become stale. Enter the Black Dragon. The Black Dragon is a mysterious creature that comes from nowhere to attack the Power Rangers, and is assisting Rita in her attempts of global conquest. The Rangers do not know where this character has come from, but they do know that he doesn't serve just himself, but the mysterious Lord Draken. Lord Draken is a character that we have that I personally enjoy. I love the character a lot. I don't want to give a lot of details. I'm not going to say anything about the character in case anybody does want to read the comic book. But Lord Draken is a character from his own dimension who has not only defeated the Power Rangers of his dimension, but has silenced them permanently and taken their powers to form his own armada. The Shattered Grid storyline, in which the prelude starts in Go-Go Power Rangers issue 8, talks about Lord Draken and his plans to invade the Morphin Grid and to conquer all. His army consists of Mastodon, Tyrannosaurus, Saber-tooth Tiger, and Pterodactyl sentries who will attack all the Rangers throughout history, and he will attempt to control everything on the Morphin Grid. But not only do we get these amazing stories in the issues that are with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Go-Go Power Rangers, there are also some short comics at the end of every issue. The first one being the ongoing adventures of Bulk and Skull. Now, anybody that watched the original series know that Bulk and Skull were some really fun characters to enjoy. So you can imagine how much fun it would be to read this series and learn about the antics that Bulk and Skull are going to get into. The next little short series that they go on to talk about is the ongoing adventures of Squat and Babu. Now, Squat and Babu have never been really their stories have never been really focused on because they're not really main characters at all. So to see these little stories about them were really fun and interesting. I would highly recommend reading all the stories at the end of the comic because they are just comedic and a lot of fun to read. Now, I have not personally read any yet because they have come out in newer issues, and I haven't seen them at the end of mine yet. But the New Adventures of Blue Centurion and Ninjor seem like a nice little cop romance kind of thing to me. I do look forward to reading them. So I would highly suggest reading them. I do love Ninjor. Ninjor is Bae. And Blue Centurion was always a cool character from Turbo, so I am looking very much forward to reading this. Now, this whole entire talk is just to talk about why I think the Power Rangers comic books that are coming out right now for Boom Comics should be on your list for something to grab and read. And I hope just seeing some of this and us talking about them have given you some ideas about whether or not you should go out to your local comic book store or Comixology or something like that to grab these comics. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. Now let's get into what comics are coming out on June 20th, 2018. If you guys don't know, every Wednesday is a release for comic books throughout Marvel, DC, other companies like Image, IDW, and Boom. So one comic that you guys should definitely keep your eyes out for is Batman number 49. The Best Man Part 2. Now it's up to Catwoman to rescue her one true love. It's the Cat versus the Clown in one exciting showdown that sets the stage for our giant anniversary issue and the biggest union in comics. I have loved the Batman storyline up until now, and I love that Batman and Catwoman are getting married. But will they be foiled by the Clown Prince of Crime? Only time will tell. And now, it's obviously a time for weddings in comics, and that would not, of course Marvel's going to have their own wedding in comics, and it's going to be in X-Men Gold issue number 30, the finale. Will Kitty Pryde and Colossus be able to walk down the aisle with no threat, with no interruptions? You'll have to catch this new finale to check it out and know for yourselves. Now, another cool comic to keep your eyes out for is a new story starting at issue number 1, Tony Stark Iron Man. What will the story be about? We don't know yet, but Tony Stark and Iron Man Self-Made 1 Part 1 will come out today. Look forward to it. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. And last but not least, keep your eyes peeled for Justice League number 2, the Totality Part 2. The League faced an impossible decision, and now they must face the consequences. While Martian Manhunter and Batman attempt to recruit an old ally back into the fold, the Flash and Hawkgirl are blindsided by new challenges that could rewrite their mythologies. Now guys, this is the first ever issue of The Vault. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And we do have a question of the day today. Who is your favorite OG Ranger? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd have to say for my favorite OG Ranger, it'd have to be Jason Lee Scott, the leader of the Power Rangers. My favorite character of all time in that. Love him as the Red Ranger and the Gold Ranger. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you Sith Lightning that like button. And if you're new, use the Force to subscribe. Don't forget to morph that little bell on so you always know when some mod creations, YouTube, and cosplay content is coming your way. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!